Gentlemen, boys and girls, we are live on the Dope and Tape Show. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here. Tonight we have Shaggy, Quentin from Indiana, Inspector. We got two inspectors on the show.
Oh,
We're happy to have them.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So starting off, we
Oh,
got you into fire protection.
no, hold on,
um,
hold on. Just shoot the shit for a little bit. We just started.
Oh,
We gotta let people
oh my
join.
gosh, Bobby.
We
Jeez.
gotta let people join. They're gonna miss the whole show, bro. There's no one in here. We're just talking to ourselves
So
at this
I
point.
so today
Yeah,
I
talk
had
about today for a minute.
a building that everything, like every single sprinkler head, was perfect. Beautiful. 2 years old. Everything worked fine. The dry system worked fine. The wet system looked fine, and had all the signage except for the placard. Couldn't read the placards, so I
You
put
couldn't
yellow
read the
tags on.
placards?
Yeah, so you have to read the placards.
The hydro
So I
you're
put
talking
yellow
about you're
tags
talking
on
about
it.
like the hydraulic data plates or whatever?
Right, the faceplate. Yeah,
Oh damn. So that's a yellow tag?
hydraulic plate placard. Well, so people go back and forth, but it is a deficiency, and I can't just like throw. My my thought is like it would be like a perfect, like if it was a main drain sign, I don't think I would, or it wouldn't be a big deal. But if it was an FDC or hydraulic placard, I'd do it.
That's
I'm sure they'll
interesting.
say, yeah. And some inspectors, and especially companies, they'll be like, no, that's a green tag still, and blah 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 blah. Especially if there's like any kind of management, just like, well, just put a green tag, it'll be fine.
was there
But
one
if
there?
I don't put a, uh,
Was there one there? You just couldn't read it.
yeah, all of them. There was
Damn.
three wets, one dry. I couldn't read any of them. They
But
were
they
just
were
like sharpied in.
oh.
But see, if I do a green, if I would just put that in the notes and do green tags that the whole building is perfect, it'll never get fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then no one can ever read it. It's a deficiency but doesn't affect the functionality of the system.
Right. So then it's kind of like a gray area.
It's gray. It's gray
Like,
as fuck.
I don't know. I chose to put a yellow tag on it. I mean, all they
Your
had to do is just fix it and then they get a green
your
tag. It's not
license
a
is
big
on the
deal.
line, bro. You do what you want to do, right?
Yeah. And
The
then I
hell?
I was gonna test some hydrants, do an A and B method, and then I pulled out on hydrant A. I opened the side cap, and like a giant O-ring is like hanging out, and I'm not testing this thing. Failed. They can figure this out.
Fail.
I
All
don't
right.
know anything about hydrants, like taking them apart and stuff. I've never done that.
I fixed a few that have been broke off.
That must be cool.
Like pull the stem out and everything.
Just pull the top off, then put a new breakaway. Um, the
Oh, the
bonnet on.
pin.
Yeah, then put it back together. A semi dragged one off a few months ago.
Oh yeah, I remember you posting that.
Yeah.
That's wicked cool. Let me see. Chris, can you post in the Discord? I was trying to figure out how to do post to like you messaged everybody last time. I don't know how to do that. Teach me. Teach me. Do it for me this time, but then teach me. All right, we got some
What
people.
What are you trying to do?
Uh,
Message everybody.
Chris went on Discord on the episode he was on, and he said we're live, but it was like message everybody or something like that.
Oh, cool.
Hashtag everyone or the app
Shaggy.
sign everyone. I think.
This is Quentin, but
What is it?
his name is Shaggy on Instagram, so that's why I put it so people can find him.
Yeah. So
Shaggy
Shaggy,
six six nine.
what are you working on now?
I'm doing 5 year inspections on a university, 375 systems,
Woo!
Jeez.
internals.
What's up, Tyson?
Are you running a
Internals.
camera?
No, I just use my phone.
Oh, okay.
So I have questions about internals. I see that you take the check valve off a lot. That's your go-to, or is that like
You
the
got
required method?
Yeah, check valve, a main,
faceplate.
line, and a head.
And then if all three of those go well, we're done.
Yeah, then
And
fill it back up.
but if you find some fucked up shit in any of those, we look more.
Well, I'm at the farthest point usually, so
Oh, I
I haven't
gotcha.
found anything really. All the wet systems have been fine.
It's at everyone. Oh, damn. All right. See, I'm
At
learning.
everyone.
Oh, you go on Discord and you do at everyone. We are live. Tyson's in here. First time chatter. Fireproof garage, baby.
Man, oh really? We've been doing it this long and he's just now coming in?
Well,
Great.
he might have
Thanks for the
watched. It might just
support.
might be his first time chatting. We're on Spotify now. If you haven't heard, all episodes.
That's so
Um,
cool. I really think that's like the next step, you know? Because not everybody can just like stream YouTube all the time.
right. Well, and
And then
the good thing about us being on Spotify, the video's on Spotify. So you could watch the video and listen, but you could also just fucking shut the app down and it keeps on going audio.
That's what
yeah.
sucks about YouTube.
Yeah. You just made Discord. Find us on Discord so I can watch this. No, what do you got? You just made a Twitch. You're on Twitch right now, but Discord
Yeah.
is our Sprinkler Fitter forum. Sprinkler
I
Fitter
really think
forum?
that's the coolest thing ever. And I think I really out of all the things that we've done, I like that the most. Because
Yeah, the
Uh,
anybody
same.
can go in there.
Kenny Cooper, Lawn Life. Oh, Kenny Cooper Lawn Life. That's your whole name. I thought you were commenting Lawn Life. Do you got a Discord invite link? I do. Um,
But we have it on our Instagram on the link tree.
the thing about Discord is like the link expires.
Really?
If I put a Discord link on my Instagram story, like the next day, people are like, "Oh, that link don't work."
Does your OnlyFans link expire too, by
Well,
the way?
I
Or
don't let the
is
guys
that
know about the OnlyFans. I don't want these pervs watching me on there. I don't know about at all these. I mean Twitch. Yeah, you could have just went on YouTube. I know you got a YouTube account. We're live on YouTube as well, Tyson. All right, so we got the boys are here now. We can fire this baby off. Usually about the 7 minute mark is a good time to ask you how you found sprinklers.
I was actually we lived in Florida for 8 years, and I was walking my dog one day and started talking to this dude, and he was like, I told him I just moved there and I was looking for a job, and he's like, I do fire sprinklers, and at first I'm like, didn't know shit about it. So yeah, he brought me an application. Like a week later, I got hired on. Worked for a non-union company in Florida for I don't know 2 years or so doing service.
Sick. It's word of mouth. You
Yep.
don't just stumble. You've stumbled on the right person, and now look at you.
Yeah, he ended up. I worked with him for like I don't know 2 years. Then he ended up joining 821 in Florida, and I followed behind him. A couple months later.
That's awesome. And now you're in Indiana.
Yeah, 669.
So you're in Indiana because of the 669, or you just want to be in Indiana?
No, this is where I grew up at.
Oh, okay. Good for you. And there's obviously a lot of 669 work up there.
Yeah, we're the biggest district of 669 is Indianapolis.
Really?
wow.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I didn't know
we
that
got
either.
that 750 guys.
750 guys in your area
That's
in
interesting.
669?
Yeah,
Wow.
That's crazy. So
That's
and
there
lots.
must
only
be a
like
lot of development.
yeah, there's warehouses popping off everywhere.
How about high rises?
Not really.
So
Not
it's just like industrial stuff.
Like when you go to the downtown area, you don't see cranes and shit?
Yeah, we do, but they're building a big hospital. Nothing like sky rises.
Oh,
There's big buildings downtown Indianapolis, but they're
that's pretty
Man,
existing.
cool.
we have cranes everywhere in Atlanta.
Oh man. So
All over the freaking
same with
place.
Boston. There's probably you could look out and probably see 20. So Chris says they got a 25-foot camera snake. They take the flow switch off and record the piping for their 5 years. See? There's 10
That,
ways to skin a cat.
yep, they had a company doing it before me. The last time that was using that ultrasound machine.
How's that work?
I don't know, but I guess you strap it on there and somehow it's. But I don't know how it works. With water in the pipe.
So, and you see images or something?
I don't know if it does that or if it just scans, the thickness of the pipe. I've never
Huh.
used these maintenance guys were just telling me about it. But then they ended up having a leak on a dry system and they took it apart some 4 inch and you couldn't even see through it because there was so much shit.
Oh man. That's crazy how some systems just get so much fucking sediment and clogged up.
So now they hired us, to take it apart and they want actual pictures.
So when you transferred into 669, did they accept your non-union time?
Yeah, I did my whole apprenticeship in Florida. So
Oh.
I did non-union for 2 years. Then I joined 821 for like I don't know 5.
Oh, and you transferred from 821 to 669.
Yeah.
But you've always been union, or
No, I did like 2 years non-union.
Yeah, you started
do they
non-union.
accept that
Yeah, they gave me like a year and a half.
Yeah, okay,
instead
so
of
that's
two
good.
years?
Yeah, they'll usually like knock you back a year.
I wonder what they would do with me.
Give you a card.
Yeah, bro.
With you?
Yeah, I wonder.
So during, well, 669, I can't really speak for, but if like if you had a local union that was full employment, nobody on the bench, and they
Ah,
and they needed guys, that's where you sneak into the unions. That's ultimately how I got in. There was nobody on the bench, and they needed guys, and so they go around and they look at all the non-union companies that are in there working around their district or working close to their jurisdiction, and that are basically the competition for the union. That's what they did. And the guy was roaming around checking my work, and then bam, bottom of my ladder. You want to go for an interview? Yep. I want to take my apprentice with me, but my apprentice kind of got screwed a little bit. He lost some time and had to redo a couple of years, but he's in and good now.
No, yeah.
that's good. Is that coupon or little Bobby?
That's little Bobby.
Okay, cool. Yeah, he's running it now, right?
Yep. Yeah, I got to give him like a week's notice if I need him to help me. I need him to help me on the 9th. I got two major shutdowns on the 9th, and they're like across town, so I can't Bobby it and try to do them both.
Jeez.
So I gotta have, and little Bobby's the only one that knows my one main campus, so, and everyone knows him there, and he knows his way around, so we'll let him handle that one, and I'll go do the new one.
So I will no longer be um, turning wrenches anymore.
Ever again?
I mean, so I am very I have a lot of certifications, and I've been doing it for a long time. So they asked me if I would be open to help them if they needed it, like if it's a big huge pump, fire pump or something technical, and I told them, of course, I'm whatever to help the team.
Yep.
But um mainly I'm just gonna be handling accounts.
Sales?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Estimating?
Yeah, so what got my interest is um there's no limits. There's no like you only sell new construction. Like I could sell anything. I could sell new construction, sell deficiencies, service, inspections,
Shitty
like
little jobs that no one's bidding on.
yeah, all of it.
Get it
All of
Yep.
it.
all. You should just get it all. You want to do as much as
My
you can so they say, hey, like, stop bidding on shit. We got too much.
yeah, yeah. I want that. I want to just slow down. I'm telling them to hire some people.
Mike Rogers on YouTube, 669, accepted my non-union time. I like when that happens. That's good.
That's cool.
A reason I ask is because during like the boom, like when people were really, really trying to get into the local, a trick that you can do is you like agree that you'll redo some apprenticeship. So you might have had your journeyman license. You might have had like your sprinkler fitter. I know it's every state's different. I always talk about my journeyman and you guys got nice or whatever. But if you got like your sprinkler license to install sprinklers, sometimes these guys have had their license for 10 years and then they'll join the union and like redo their fourth year, their fourth or fifth year. So they're a licensed fitter in that state, but they're redoing the apprenticeship to kind of learn the way of the union and everything in the program. So sometimes
So
it
I would
doesn't, you
see
don't get
that
accepted.
NICET would be like a good option or a good reference for time. But let's just say you're employed with a non-union, let's say you've been to like three different jobs, right? And then all non-union, been doing it for 7 years. You don't have any NICET, no certifications, you're just new construction. Let's say you did your apprenticeship for 6 months and they gave you a van. Like you don't know. So
Yeah,
then the union would just have to like trust you.
that's an
Yeah.
anomaly. Yeah.
And I'm sure it's a lot because I have like I believe my foreman when I was apprentice in construction, like I don't think he has anything at all still to this day.
What do you mean, licenses?
He's probably been doing it 20 years now.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't think he has anything.
I'm still confused about how everybody's licenses work, especially the Vegas boys, like with all their fucking cards and everything. Like,
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So
I get
here in
a,
Atlanta, here in Atlanta, let's say my son is old enough to go fit some pipe, right? Let's say he starts tomorrow. He can do 6 months and then or whatever, it's up to the company to give him a truck. There's no certification, there's no card, there's nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not legally allowed to work on it without any of those cards, right? Like he
No, no,
can't,
he can. Yeah, you have to be attached to a company with the license, but you don't
and
need a
you would
license.
have to be with a journeyman. You would have to be with
No,
a
you don't have to
fitter.
be with anybody. Mm-mm.
No, yeah, that's how that non-union company was I worked for.
Yeah,
They'll
but
just
They'll
you
be,
know,
hey, go figure it out.
to
the light.
install. Yeah, I mean that's how I did it ultimately, but I don't think it wasn't legal to go and be a first year apprentice completely by yourself in a truck like I was. I would go around with my father and we would do a bunch of hydro tests. We'd be like the last ones and go do all the cleanup. So we did like a whole week of hydro testing. Well, one day he sent me alone. All I had was an air compressor, and all we've been doing is pumping it up to 200. I was probably been doing it for like 5 months, and I call him up. I'm like, I can't get it to 200, and he's like, what? What? You have how much air do you have in it? And I'm like, it won't go past like 150. He's like, why the fuck? He's like, you don't need to put that much air in it. And I'm like, I'm trying to get to 200, aren't I? And he's like, maybe with water.
No,
You could drain the air off. No license required for union fitters in Illinois. No license required for union fitters in
I,
Illinois.
I just
What?
have my journey.
Yeah, like and that's good for just Illinois, right?
No, I'm a traveler, 669 traveler.
Oh, that's right. I don't know. I'm mind fucked right now. Like I can only do sprinklers in Mass with my license.
Pretty much all 669 are travelers.
I could do
Right, right.
anything in regards to a sprinkler system in the state of Massachusetts. Doesn't matter what part of the system it is. Just with my one Massachusetts journeyman sprinkler license. But I can't legally go in Rhode Island without my Rhode Island license or
No, I
Connecticut or any of those.
I've worked in Indiana, I worked in Arkansas, Florida.
Do green markers taste as good as green crayons? You want me to taste my green marker? I got a green marker I'll taste. Just kidding. Hell no. No issues crossing. I drew one out with a green marker on some paper and signed my name. No license required for VA for install. There's no license required? I don't get it. I don't understand.
It's on the
Wh-
company.
Where the hell's Tyson? Tyson, you still here? Tyson should be going off. If he was watching, he'd be going off right now. You don't need a license to install sprinklers in some of these states?
No,
Who the fuck's watching you guys? How do they know it's getting done right?
Nobody, man.
If we
You
have
just
our red seal, we can go all across Canada. You can come work in Illinois without a license, not required. That's a long way for Bobby to go. I'll get you with the Discord link in a little bit, Kenny. I don't
yeah,
know.
I was in Florida. I called the business agent in Indiana, and I was like, man, he said he needed guys, and I was like, well, if I load up my family and move, how fast can you have me working? He's like, you get on an airplane right now. He's like, I'll have you working tomorrow. So like 3, 4 weeks later, here we come. We got here on a Friday. I started work on Monday.
That's sick, dude. That's wicked cool.
Florida wasn't bad. Florida just don't pay very good.
There we go. It's Chris right there.
change it.
I mean, the company has a license, but the work has to be approved by the AHJ at the end of the day. You guys see my new spanners from Jeff?
Does your taste change?
What are you saying? I can't hear you. You cut out for a second.
So they pay different?
What, in Florida?
No, no, no. Like when he travels state to state, you get
Yeah,
paid differently.
yeah.
Yeah. That's why all the 669 guys always want to come to Boston. During the summer, we pick up a lot of travelers. We have like a connection with the travelers, and we'll take on like 30 travelers, and then they get our rate. And a lot of those guys,
Indiana's rate's pretty good. A lot better than Florida's.
oh, I bet,
Where?
in
Where?
the North, Indiana.
Oh,
The question is, Tyson, is that so some of these guys can install sprinklers in states and doesn't require a license. So like Simmons says you don't need a license to install in Virginia, and they're saying you don't need a sprinkler license in Indiana to.
No.
That's why 669 hates working in the South. They get shit pay. Yep. And that's why the non-union flourishes in the South.
Yep.
Interesting.
I thought you need a license to.
I mean, Mass is y'all are killing it. Y'all getting all that money.
You don't
But you
need one in Arizona.
But but Vegas is
You could just get
Nevada's
any
getting,
random Bobby from Home Depot. He'd come do sprinklers with you. You're telling me.
yeah.
You could say anybody. I just don't understand that. You can't
As
do
long as he's
sprinklers here
employed
unless
with a
you're
sprinkler company.
yeah, New York's pay is right there with Boston. There's a few
I bet that
there's
sucks
like
even
a
more.
there's like a
Parking.
half a dozen of those major cities where we're all like right at $100 an hour total package. New York, LA, probably San Diego. It's per state. Huh. Yeah, but isn't I don't know. You guys are screwing me up with this no license bullshit. I think everybody should have a license. You should
yeah.
be I'll move to Boston and you can call me Big Bobby. Okay.
Well, I mean, if we had licenses down here, they would have to pay us more.
Is that
Yep.
non-union Froggers? That seems like a really good non-union number. But if you were in the New York Sprinkler Union and you're getting paid that, I would think that that's not right. There you go, BC. Now I don't have to recommend jobs now that you're taking initiative. Come on up, Sprink. BC the Sprink. Chris, let's go. You can ride right in the van with me. They kind of call me Big Bobby, even though I'm small in stature, but we could both be Big Bobby.
So, what do you what do you think about that placard situation? Like, what would you do when I mentioned that? Like, would you put a y'all have a tagging system? I'm guessing, right?
You talking to me? Yeah, we do. I mean, they come,
Y'all have a quick, but
hydraulic
Scoop,
data
do you
plates
have
come
one
out with
as
my
well?
systems and I hang them, but
Yeah.
I'm never inspecting.
Yeah. All I'm doing is these 5 years. I don't do like annuals or quarterlies, or I'll help the other guy do annuals.
Okay, I got you.
Journeyman foreman pay. Yeah, Frogger. So that's non-union, or that's union? Before any Joe Schmo could sign tags and do inspections. VA just adopted that inspectors have to be licensed through the state like 2 years ago. Before any Joe Schmo could just sign tags and do inspections. That's got me fucked up, dude. I want sprinkler specialists only working on sprinkler systems.
Well, an apprentice can't. Our apprentices, they can't go there by themselves and work.
Right, well, same here. Apprentice can't even work on the floor by himself. He has to be on, if you're in a building, the apprentice has to be with a journeyman on the same floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, non-union can be anybody. Like,
Not
I
in,
can
Yeah.
hire,
not in
you
mass.
know, yeah. I mean, I can hire, get him, as let's say, yeah, anybody at Home Depot.
Yeah. That's how it
Get him
was
a
in.
truck. He can be a foreman that next day.
I know Wisconsin and Iowa require a license. I believe in Wisconsin you have to show your license during a hydro and final test. I've only been asked for my sprinkler license a couple times. Oh, Froggers is 669. Gotcha. Roger that. He's getting 41.15 for foreman's pay in New York. 41.15 in the check.
We're like mid 40.
So here in Atlanta, like for an example, like a level 3 NICET inspector with backflow certification getting like high end, like 37, 38, like high end. But you also get the standard, employee benefits, too.
Yeah, that's
Like you, yeah.
like, what do you guys get in the 669 for holidays? You got any paid holidays or no?
Nope.
Not even that one?
Nope.
And
Wow.
you if you get paid vacation, it's usually not talked about because in the
Yeah.
union everybody's supposed to be equal. So I haven't got it yet. I haven't asked for it yet, but I think that there's guys that have it. They just don't talk about it.
I know a few people that do.
You get like your 2 weeks paid or whatever. So in the 550, we got one holiday. They used to pay us for Thanksgiving. They'd pay the whole local. Well, your company would pay you, but everyone in the local got paid for Thanksgiving. And all that did was get everybody laid off on like November 1st because if you worked within 21 days of the holiday, you had to pay them for that day. So if you worked until like November 5th or something, you had to get paid for Thanksgiving, even if you were laid off on the 5th. So a lot of guys will end up getting laid off on like Halloween, and then they bring them back in the beginning of December just so they don't have to pay them for that day.
Damn.
So they moved it now to, we changed it from Thanksgiving to, I want to say 4th of July, and it's supposed to fix that issue somehow. I think legislation should state that only a licensed professional work on life safety equipment. Wayne, I'm pinning that. I just pinned that because that's what I think. Yeah, no holidays. No work, no pay. Yeah, and then every year and then they just like they want to add all these holidays. Every year we got to add another day off with no pay. Bastards.
But y'all
Mhm.
don't. Yeah, but you don't work too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
if no, because then if I do work, they got to pay me double. I'll go in for straight time, but no one, obviously that's against the rules and regulations, but no one's gonna pay me
Right.
double time to come in because it's fucking President's Day or something.
Because they're all
I
getting it
don't.
paid. Contractors.
Yeah.
I don't think we have like double at all.
You don't think you have
It's
what?
just like time and a half at overtime.
Time and a half? Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
overtime. Overtime really would constitute whether it's time and a half or double time. It's just overtime. We just have it locked into our collective bargain agreement that all overtime is double time.
So sometimes when you get like a whole lot of overtime, do you go tax exempt for that paycheck?
It's frowned upon. I was able to do that once. Last year they wouldn't let us. The company wouldn't let anybody do that. Um, I'll just fuck up my hours. So like the weekend that I did the 37 I did 20 hours on Saturday and 17 hours on a Sunday.
Yeah.
I did 40 hours that week. So I just submitted my 40 hours and then I let it process and let it go by and let him send it in the mail. And then I was like, oh shit, I forgot to put these 37 hours in. So then he cuts it in a whole nother check so I don't get like,
You
you
don't
know,
get murdered.
not my whole check goes to Ukraine.
I think I
Right.
had like hours of double and 15 hours of overtime. What was that? Christmas weekend.
Yeah, it's good. You guys get double, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I mean even in Boston we're one of the only trades that does that. Like the elevator guys do it and then like the exterior guys that are working in the elements will get it if they have to work like in the rain and shit.
So I'm
You
interested to
like that
see
one,
what
Chris?
happens next year. So um, this year is the last year that we're allowed to use waivers for inspections.
What
And
does that
then
mean?
next year,
Explain that.
waivers go, huh?
Explain that a little bit. What does that mean?
Okay, so let's say you get your nice set level one.
Yeah.
You have to be a level three. This is previous law. You have to be a level three and I believe 5 years. Yeah, 5 years in the industry to get your full license, your state license. So within that time, you can have a waiver. So the state will grant you a waiver. Well, this year, the waiver, that's the last year for the waiver. So next year, you have to have a level two in hand, and then 3 years of experience. And then you can do inspections.
So you do have a state license?
I have a state license for inspections, and I have a state license for backflow inspections.
I
And
have my back,
what
but
the
all I have is
and so what is NICET?
NICE is just like a certification school.
What
So National Institute of Certification Engineering Technology.
what do you learn
They're
in that? Like NICET 1? What are you fucking granted to do?
so you basically just read the NFPA 25
Okay.
and you go in and you take a test. And NICET's extremely difficult to deal with. They're cunts. I mean, I think everything's designed for you to fail.
All right, so you get your 1 and now
Uh,
what? You're ready to go for your 2?
yeah, you can do
What do you learn in number 2?
one level two test same day. So level one is gonna be your basic stuff. It's gonna be um control valves, dry systems. Just like when is this inspection due? Is this an annual, quarterly? Is this a deficiency? Stuff like that. Second one, you start talking about fire pumps, start talking about hydrants, you start talking about cross control, like a lot more in depth. I failed my level two my first time.
And then
But
so
back when I did it, there was three tests that you had to pass for level two. Now there's just one.
So
I
then
think
that,
I've taken like a total of like 8 nice set tests.
so then what about number 3?
Number three's hard, man. I felt it twice by
What is
like
that
maybe
one for?
one
What are
or
you
two
learning in that
points.
one? I'm still trying to
I
make sense
messed
of this
up.
shit.
I messed up on what was it? Corrosion. It got super complex in corrosion, and it would say that the corrosion on this pipe is this characteristic with this characteristic. Which corrosion is there? And there's like 8 different kinds of corrosions. And I don't know.
Fire pump,
And
water
I think
tank questions are hard on level 2.
yeah. So the new structure is one test for level one test for level two, one test for level three, and level two has a lot of tanks and fire pump. So I'm interested to see where the pay goes.
In Illinois, sprinkler engineers are required to be NICET certified. I think that's how it is in Mass. I think all of our designers have the NICET.
Yeah, that's what ours is.
The designers carry the NICET, and I just have the license to install it and inspect it and maintain it. Tyson says he's here, but he's in Facebook. Pick an app, bro. You're on all 3 apps right now? Tyson's on all 3 apps, texting in. So,
All three apps. That's what
what?
I'm talking about.
So
Where
you're
where are
mainly
we
just
at?
doing inspections, huh? Uh, Shaggy, Quentin?
But I'll pick up some service jobs too.
Yeah, I see you grabbing service calls on the way home sometimes. How's that work?
Well, we got like 8 contract guys, and I first started here in May, and I was doing service by myself pretty much. Then I just started doing these 5-year inspections at this university, and I'll be there for probably at least a year. So the company I was working for, my apprentice there, he booked out. So I got him to jump ship 2 weeks ago, and now he's doing most of my other service work.
Oh, awesome. Back with your buddy. Yo,
Yep.
what up, Teague? Teague was hitting me up on Snapchat. I said, you're missing the show, bro.
Yeah, but altogether, there's like 375 systems or so.
And so you just like you just like message the service guy and like, hey, toss me something? Or he
Some
hits
of the
you up?
stuff I know where it's at. I've dealt with the people before, so I'll be like, "Yeah, I'll do it."
Oh, I gotcha. I
Like last
gotcha.
night, it only took me like 2 hours to do that repair, but I knew where it was. I knew,
What, when you ratchet strap the 4 inch to the bumper?
yeah, because I didn't have my tripod. I could prove it.
That's great. A ratchet strap. Did you see he got the 4 inch ratchet strap to his bumper so he could groove it? Probably.
Do what? Say that again?
He had to repair like do a cut and groove on some 4 inch, but he didn't have a tripod. So he ratchet strapped like a 1 footer of 4 inch to the
Yeah,
bumper.
I saw that. I was like, this is crazy.
It
I
works.
did see
If it
that.
works, send it. I feel like if
Yeah,
you had the attachment, you probably could have grooved it on the ground with the
yeah,
drill.
yeah. But I got one of those piece of shit pace groovers.
Oh yes, you can't then.
No, that thing's junk.
Well, you just no, you just need the right. You just need a bigger socket. It has those 2 fucking big sockets, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, so you just need that size socket and then reduce it down to the drill, and it should work. Trying to think. It's like
I just throw all my shit in my van, so I would have had to search for everything. I was just like, get the ratchet strap.
I strapped it to the ladder rack. Yeah,
When
that
in
was the.
doubt, that's a good trick to remember.
That's it.
Hmm.
Ratchet strap, baby.
Ratchet strap.
Teague says he
So let me
strapped it to
ask
the
you,
ladder rack.
if both of y'all are are turning your trucks in, what are you grabbing?
Dude, I have so much personal shit in my vehicle.
If you
Oh
come to me
yeah?
My
looking at,
vehicle's full of personal shit, like legit. It's all my shit. Like, so I got strobes on my van. I got strobes in the back, strobes in the front. I paid for those. I'd be taking those with me. I have a whole organized system in the middle that I built. I got a shelf that I built. Yeah, there's mad shit in there that's mine. All the hand tools
Was
are
it like
mine.
amber? Like amber strobes?
And white LED, yeah.
Yeah.
If I get an emergency call, I just flip them on, be all badass. If it's raining or something, if it's snowing, just flip them on. People think I'm like a plow truck and they get out of my way.
hell yeah.
I wouldn't. So at my company, they drill all the power tools that are expensive are very well documented.
Yeah.
Um, I would send all those back, but I would have to like if it was an abrupt something, I would have to go home and like take all my personal shit out of it. I don't even think that like I could have my wife meet me at the shop. I'd be able to fit all my shit in her Jeep type deal.
Damn. Hey, y'all get a Grand Cherokee?
Yeah, so fucking good.
Yeah.
Such a good vehicle. Oh man. We had a Grand Cherokee like a 17? We had a 16 or a 17 and then we traded that in and we went with an Infiniti QX60. Great vehicle, but after a while we were like, damn, we missed the Jeep. So as soon as that lease just ended, we went and now we just leased the new 2023 Grand Cherokee.
So y'all do that for Section 179 for taxes because of
Uh,
the weight of the vehicle?
I don't know. No, I did it because I liked it.
I'll send you
It's got a fucking I like it. It's got four captain's chairs. It's got a sick camera system where I could like zoom in on the kids in the back.
yeah. So
It
I'm gonna
doesn't
send
it
you a
doesn't
link.
have the Hemi, but it does have like their beefy inline six motor. It sounds beast. I love it. Black on black. Um,
Oh, that's badass.
big screen. It has Wi-Fi. There's an app you can get. I can allegedly watch Netflix as I drive.
Right,
Not
right.
that I will, but so what is it? Is it heavy enough that I can?
Yeah, yeah, it qualifies for the tax deduction. It is a
It's really my
179.
wife's like business vehicle. She owns and operates her own business, so that's like
Right, right. So
that's
that's what I was saying.
her
It's
business
a
car.
huge tax deduction.
Oh, that's great. I'm gonna have to tell the tax guy.
Yeah, sent you a link. I'm sure he knows too. I'm gonna see where I am with my business at the end of the year, and I don't know. Sarah was talking about a BMW, so we'll see.
I mean, so if you're gonna go finance a vehicle right now for 50 grand, it's gonna be $600 a month, $600 a month, and you're gonna have to pay for all the maintenance.
I would lease it so I can
Just go lease it, and it's the same fucking
yeah, well,
amount of
see, if
money,
you
and they pay for
lease it, you can
everything.
do it again in 3 years.
Bro, I don't pay for tires. I don't pay for
What
fucking
now?
oil. I don't pay for brakes. Like on all my vehicles that I'm leasing, I don't. We have a full maintenance package. We the last vehicle was an all-wheel drive. What happened? Like she got a nail in the sidewall. They couldn't plug the hole because the nail was in the sidewall. They had to do all four tires for free.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So you got a tire pack. When I leased my, so
Yeah, it's like an extra 20 bucks for the tire package, and then you spend an extra
yes,
$5 for the leather package monthly, whatever. And it's like you go from 550 to 650, and you can fucking scratch it and take it off roading, and you never get fined at the end.
right, right.
I like to keep new shit. I don't want to have more than 30,000 miles. Come on.
I don't. I think I'm gonna drive my Gladiator until it falls apart.
Better question is how many company tools do you have at home that you would need your wife to bring to the shop?
Oh,
Well,
that is a good
if I
question.
allegedly had any tools that are here, they're here to stay.
If you come over my house, don't be looking at name tags on shit.
East Coast has to have new vehicles. Yeah, like so if you got a vehicle that has 100,000 miles and you live in New England, that shit is rusted and like you could probably put your finger through the frame down there unless it was like meticulously maintained and garaged. Most of us are driving in that left lane. It's the gutter. It has all the salt. I don't know. I don't want to be fucking around and my like wife and kids are in some busted ass thing that's broken down. I wanted you just to start and
Yeah,
go. And we got
yeah,
the 3 years of roadside assistance. They'll pick you up anywhere in the country. Free rental of an equal or better vehicle. It's the lease is lucrative for sure. And then so at the end of our lease, right now the vehicle market is terrible. So we wouldn't have been able to sell it. You could have bought it out and sold it and make a little bit of a profit, but we returned a vehicle that was worth like 40 grand and they had to send it to auction because no one's buying vehicles from that dealer. They said they haven't sold the vehicle in like
damn.
3 months. The vehicle's gonna go.
What?
They said it's gonna go to auction.
Damn.
$40,000. It was brand new. It was we didn't. We had one little scratch on it from Rogue shopping cart. You could barely see it.
So the salesman is just like sitting there collecting minimum wage.
And the way we did it is because if you tell them you're not gonna release with them, like if you let them know, hey, I'm not getting another one, then they might be like dicks to you. So before our lease was up, we went and leased another vehicle. And we showed up in the new lease. So then they get the image right when you get there, and it's not like they're not prepared for you to. They didn't necessarily know that we weren't going to be buying with them again when we showed up. They were probably all excited to sell us another vehicle, and we pulled up in the Jeep Grand Cherokee
Got him.
like a boss. And then it took like 10 minutes to return the car. Like they just
Yeah.
they looked at it, took a
Yeah, it
couple
didn't take
pictures,
long at
took
all
the
for me to return
odometer, and
mine.
then signed a couple things, and we were out.
Right.
My wife owns and operates a woman's clothing boutique. It's like clothes and all kinds of other stuff. But she got a storefront. It used to be out of the basement. She used to do it out of the basement on like Facebook, sell things live on Facebook, and then she now has a storefront. Mrs. Bobby's a baller.
Boston or in the town you guys live in?
Yeah, no, local to us, right in Fitchburg. Hey Shaggy, where did you get the nickname?
I don't know. One of my when I was an apprentice, they started calling me that. When I was probably like my second year apprentice.
Good thing she doesn't know my wife. Well, let me see. I'll send your wife the link. She can shop from Vegas. We'll send you some shit. We do shipping, Chris.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Don't send it to Sarah. I don't want to pay for any boutique jeans.
Them Judy Blues, kid. You can't get them in the store. Chicks go crazy over them.
Your wife ended up buying the whole store from Bobby.
Yeah, legit. Oh man. No, it's good.
Pay for some
Keeps
new
her
ice
busy.
fishing equipment.
I don't need any of that, dude. I have so much. I didn't get to use any of it.
Are you gonna go at any time this year, or
It's
is
not
it over
frozen.
with?
It's not frozen.
So you're done. So no fishing at all this year.
No, like I mean, we were ice fishing in April. It needs to be like cold for fucking 20 days or something. Like during the
Hmm.
day it's 50. It snowed for like 40 hours straight, and then today it was like beautiful outside, and all the snow was like melted.
Dang.
Yesterday 76. Today was 55. Tomorrow is 35.
Yeah, so Indiana's fucked up too.
Yeah.
All over the freaking place.
What the hell? Still
I
waiting
think
on
we're
my
gonna be
stickers.
70.
Me,
I think we're gonna be 65 and rainy tomorrow.
Yeah, it's supposed to rain all day.
yeah, the rain and like moderate temperatures is the worst thing ever for the ice. And it's not like safe where I could take my kid because you don't know. Not all ice is equal. You could have really good ice here and not good ice right here. So it's
How do
not
you
worth it.
know? Was there like a surveyor that surveys the
No,
ice?
you got to know the ice that you're on. So the one spot that we usually fish, we know where the current is. Where the current is, you're gonna have thinner ice. So I will go to where that current is and I'll drill a hole. I'll see how thick the thinnest part is, and then I'll see if I want to allow my kid out there and all my equipment. You got like if you got 4 inches, you can send it. 4 solid inches. But like usually we're on 12 inches.
Damn, that's some thick ice.
12 inches, you're out there with the truck, kid. That's sketchy.
What?
Yeah, dude. We got all the trucks lined up, and you're in the middle of a fucking 100-foot deep lake, just out there in the middle, bro. And at first it's very eerie, and then like after a day, it's normal. All right, fellas, I'm out. We're still on for the ninth. We're still on for the ninth. Simmons Brothers. Thanks for
That'd be
tuning
cool.
in. We appreciate you.
See, I just don't want to deal with the cold, man. Like,
It's worth it.
it's not my thing.
Yeah, Florida, I got sick of sweating my ass off every day.
Yeah.
I love having four seasons.
Yeah.
I
It
love
was
it.
cool.
See,
A lot of construction at Disney.
Yeah, that's cool.
okay.
What's gonna happen with Disney now that they're getting fucking taxed by President DeSantis, Daddy
Stupid.
DeSantis? You heard it here first. 4 solid inches, and you can send it.
That's all you need.
That's it. Oh shit. I gotta pin
That's
that one
awesome.
now. Oh, that's good. That's all, 4 inches. You
So
can
what
get
about
by.
DeSantis and Disney World?
Oh, do you know fucking Disney's never paid taxes?
Nope.
What?
Disney's never fucking paid taxes all these years, and DeSantis is like, "Fuck you, pay me." And they
They
said that
had
they said that it will be less money to move Disneyland to a different state than to pay the taxes. He wants them to like pay back taxes. It's fucking crazy. So everyone's like, either Disney's gonna close down and go to like fucking Indiana where they'll let them do it tax free, or it's gonna
Fuck that.
be like $1 trillion to get in there and fucking ride the rock and roller coaster.
Jeez.
It's already an arm and a leg there.
Oh, it's
When I
crazy.
when I left, I was working at Epcot on that Guardians of the Galaxy.
Dude, we went
Oh
there.
yeah, I haven't rode that.
We went there like 1 year, and then we didn't go for 2.5 years. They were still fucking working on it.
Yeah, that bitch is it was in a warehouse that was 135 foot tall.
Yeah, I seen.
We
So when we first went there, the warehouse wasn't there yet. They were like building the roller coaster outside, and then they built the building around it. That next year we went, but
Yeah,
they had like they had all these fucking fences you couldn't see through. You had to like really try to peek through to see it.
when we were using 185 foot boom lifts out there.
Jeez,
Dude, that's fucking. You fart. If you fart, that fucking basket's like.
that thing is freaking
It was
all over the place.
we had this stacked standpipe on all the stair towers, so it was like 256 steps to the top.
Were you on the lift with somebody else, or
That's
did you
nuts.
have your own lift?
No, I fuck that. I drive myself.
So you guys had a bunch of lifts.
No, the steel workers had like 10 of them. So he was like, he would let me use it because I was just dropping pipe on each of the landings.
I don't like being up there with somebody else, man.
No,
Not
I'll drop.
not on a 100-footer.
Yeah.
I'll fuck around on a 60 with a partner, but if we're going over 60, I want my whole unit, my own unit. Don't fucking come on my shit. I'm not You're not driving me. I'm not going on a boom lift with
What's the
somebody else.
difference? You just want control? You want to feel
Yeah,
control of it?
Oh,
it's a whole different vibe, bro. If you're not holding that joystick and you're 100 feet in the air, I don't know. Something about your brain. It's just not. It doesn't. I don't feel safe. I just want to be
dude,
fucking holding on. I want to like as I move it, I want to like be able to lean, and I don't know. When someone else is driving, you're just fucking white knuckling it up there.
my
I
first
did it
job,
once.
I built cell phone towers like 400 footers.
You went up that high?
Yeah, the highest I ever climbed was 455.
How?
God
So
damn.
you climb from the bottom, or you take a lift halfway up?
No, climb from the bottom.
Wow, I would do that. And what do you got?
And
And you're just
You got two fucking clip-ins?
yeah,
Huh, that's some good shit. I want to do that and take a video. I'd put my fucking chest cam on.
to get a VIN number off an antenna.
That was the job?
Yeah, it was like a 750-foot tower.
How long? So how
oh
long
my
is that?
gosh.
How long did it take you to get up there?
Like 2, 3 hours.
Damn, your thighs are
Yeah,
fucking screaming.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean you had to take breaks, right?
That's first job out of high school. This dude was like, "You scared of heights?" I was like, "I don't know. I've had her before."
That's fucking high, bro.
So
Especially
the
just
And you
first,
hanging on
can't
there.
climb it if there's any kind of like lightning in like anywhere close to you.
eh,
The
we would
storm's just
climb.
gonna move in.
We'd climb them with ice on them and fucking take a hammer and smack it to knock the ice off.
Fuck that.
Disney was self-governed. Not anymore. Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh yeah, just buy a drone. Chris says. I want to climb that shit though.
But this was
Strap
like, oh,
it, strap it with
this
an Android
was
phone so you
2007.
can
Yeah,
see
this
it.
was 2007. We didn't have flying cameras yet,
Yeah, we didn't at least. Pay me $10 an hour to climb it.
right?
No, it's
That
not.
seems like a gnarly job. I would have loved to see videos of that.
We did a lot of work in like Virginia and shit, so that was pretty cool.
So you've always pretty much traveled.
A little bit, but not anymore. I'm home every night.
That's nice.
That is awesome. That's
So
not.
So if you get seniority, you could stay home. Is that how that works?
no, we have our own district, so it's just like Indianapolis and surrounding. So like the university I'm doing those 5 years on, it's like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
That's a perfect drive. That's a dream drive right there. 45 minutes.
And
You gotta get your windshield fixed.
yeah, it's interstate.
It's
I'm
what?
so tired of driving. I've been driving like 3 to 4 hours a day. I'm I will now have I'll be working at home with monitors. It's gonna be weird. I don't know how I'm gonna handle this, but
Who
we'll
pays
give
for
it a
the
go.
setup, Bry?
The office.
So they're gonna send you a computer and screens and a fucking
Screens and all that stuff. Yeah. So but I'm probably gonna work a lot of like
Tell them you need an
coffee shops.
Alienware and you only want Acer monitors.
Yeah, well, the operations manager had a dinosaur of a computer, and I told my boss, "Was like, don't give me that. Like,
Yeah, we
buy
need
me a computer, please.
we
Like
need an
something
Alienware that
presentable."
fucking moves around. Well, you need to be able
Yeah,
to take it with you. It needs to be able to open drawings and shit. I don't know. I have an Alienware. I'm the company gave me an Alienware.
yeah. I needed like a good size computer. Like my MacBook wouldn't be able to do it. I need a bigger screen.
No, well,
Brian,
do you have access to Bluebeam or any of those design apps? You just open it up on your Mac and see if you can
Oh,
zoom
I don't know
around.
yet. I'll find out.
Oh, oh.
Brian, do you use Inspect Point?
I don't know which app they or you know CRM or anything like that they use. Well, I know the CRM is service trade, but I
What
don't know what they're using for like mapping.
what
You
are you
know,
using currently
for which
for inspections? Spec Point?
building reports,
Hmm.
which is that barcode system. It's very popular.
Oh yeah, that's how they did the hospital that I just did. The alarm
Yeah,
company.
and that it was originally designed for fire alarm inspections, and I think it's really good, especially for uh, hospitals, because every notification device has to have the address attached to it, and it makes it really easy to add the addresses
It
to
was a
each
pain putting them
barcode.
stickers on. Like they took them forever to sticker all my devices, but once
Yeah,
they
well,
got
they
it,
got to do a lot. So how they do that, they have to send a signal, and then whoever's at the command center has to like radio or text them the address to put on every single barcode. So it's not like you're gonna like run through it.
Damn.
Like if I had like a let's say like a bank on a manifold of like 6 systems, I can change system, change system, change system, and it goes way faster. But when you do a hospital, you have to wait for the address.
that's why it took them so long.
Yeah. Who do we have next week? What we got going on?
We got Simmons. No, what are we?
Jason?
What day are we? We're on Thursday with
Day.
Shaggy. We have Steve. We have Steve on the 7th. Next Tuesday is Steve. Um, he's a business owner, sprinkler business owner on Long Island. Trying to pull him up. Make sure I got the right guy. Pretty sure it's Steve. Steve. Where you at, Steve? Steve Sang. Oh, I might fuck this up. Sanganario. Sanganario. Steve Sanganario. Find him on Instagram. He's coming on Tuesday. He is the owner of a sprinkler company on Long Island, where our buddy
That's good.
Sal lives. So that'll be
That'll be fun.
interesting. And then we got the Simmons brothers on the 9th. We got Rising Force Sprinkler, Jeremy
Man, I'm
from
excited for that. We haven't had him on in a
Vancouver.
long time.
Vancouver Jeremy, and I think Manny might come on with him.
Okay.
And then on the 16th we have Mildred.
Yeah.
And we're still trying to book out the 21st, 23rd, 28th, and the 30th. So if you guys know anybody, if you think you want to come on, if you think we should have somebody on, let me know. I'll go bother them in the DMs.
You know, I'm
When
gonna invite Wayne, who I work with currently.
That's fine.
But I've also worked with, I guess, 4 years ago,
Invite him.
something like that. I
Tell
think.
me when. Chris says,
Yeah,
when is
and
Tyson and I coming on? You guys want to come on the 21st? Chris? Tyson? Well, make
we
yourself
can
available because I'm
we
writing
can
it in.
talk about my
On
flood
the
story with
21st,
him.
we're going to
He was
do
with me.
Chris and Tyson on the 21st. Penciled in. Hopefully you guys are
You
available.
hear me?
I
Bye.
heard you. Yeah, he was with you on your flood story?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good. You got any flood stories, Quentin?
Oh yeah.
Come on, what'd you flood?
I was working night shift. I already did a day shift. Then I went in to work a night shift at Coles, and I don't know, it was
What up,
three
Mantis?
like 12 heads or something at night. So I got there like 10 and did it all. Like 4 o'clock in the morning, I was untested until 5. Like 4:30, I went to fill up. Go out there, open both the valves, fucking smoke a cigarette. Take my time. I go back in there because I knew it was a big system. Then I could hear air hissing. I'm like, oh shit. Look
Uh-oh.
around. And I look up and there's a T open, 1-inch T.
You fucker.
Like, oh, and my dumb ass took the barrel out and everything. So I take off running to my truck, grab a 1-inch. No, I had one on the floor. Grab it, and I needed like 12-foot ladder, and I'm standing on top of a 10, dude, just fucking trying like hell, and
Oh shit.
I couldn't get it to start. So I started spitting water,
Oh fuck.
more water, and I was the only one in there, and I start yelling, "Help! Help!"
Man, that's fucking crazy. And if that water came out and it hit you on top of that ladder, you're done. You're
It's,
falling.
it's just pouring on me, and I fucking hold my hand over the T, and here comes this labor, and he's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Shut the sprinkler system off," and he's like, "Dude, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about." So I'm like, still holding it, my hand over the T, and it's just spraying me right in the face, and I'm like, I make up my mind, like I'm gonna have to go. I fucking dip. I start going down that 10-foot ladder. I get to like the fourth step. The ladder falls over. I go one way. The ladder goes the other way.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, and I am soaked, and it's just like running out of my boots. That's how much water. I hit the ground and look up, and dude, that T's just shooting straight water out. And I'm just like, luckily at the Kohl's, it's in the middle of the store, and they took plastic and went around this whole thing from the grid down. And dude, I hit that ground, looked up and seen the water, and I take off running. I'm like, dude, if that fucking blows out that plastic down, dude, it's just gonna be spraying all over the store. And while I'm running through the store, I pass the GC, and he's like, "We got a problem. Does it look like we got
Fuck yeah, we do.
fucking soaked?" Dude, I get out there, shut it down, and you had to run all the way through the store, through the stock room, around the back side of the building into the rise room. And I get out there and kill it, and then dude, I'm just like, I don't even want to go back in there. Dude, just soaked, and it's like 30 degrees outside.
Everyone's looking at you now.
Oh, dude.
Dude, it was like 4:30 in the morning. So I go back in there with a plug in my hand out of the truck, and I'm just like, how bad's it gonna be? Which luckily it stayed in that area, so it wasn't too bad. But
Damn, if you almost had that plug in. Yeah, that's a split decision right there. You climbing up and you trying to put the plug in, or you just gonna book it to the valve? It's
I
tough
said,
to.
"Oh, this will be good." And I'm like, "What?" Never.
Damn, that's fucked up. All right, we got Fair Mantis says hello. Then he says I got a funny joke to tell. I feel like this is we'll see. Let it hit us with the joke, Fair Mantis. This is like one of them guys that joins and fucking says stupid shit. I might be wrong. I could be wrong. We're getting here down to the end. Well, I'm coming up on 1 hour. So let's talk about the liking and subscribing. And there's the little bell. If you go on YouTube, there's this cute little bell. You can click it, and then it will tell you when we're live, so you don't miss the show. How does a sound wave know when it's hungry? How does a sound wave know when it's hungry? He's gonna be like, your mom. Who's sound wave?
All right, hit us with the punchline.
Uh, I'm fucking walking right into this. He just cast it out. He fucking hooked me, and he's fucking. Go ahead. How does he tell?
Chasing the
How do we
dollar.
know? Yeah. So we were talking about the Discord earlier. We have a Discord forum where you can ask questions. You can fucking post pictures, do whatever you want. It's kind of like a little more. It's a little more inclusive, but it's also a little more secluded. When he's got a rumble in his tummy. That's kind of a lame fucking joke, dude.
Yeah, that was kind of bad.
That was wicked lame.
My 6-year-old earlier
Yeah.
why'd the toilet paper across the road
Why?
because it got stuck in a crack.
That's a better joke than fucking
Yeah.
Mantis. What you
Oh
up,
man.
Mantis? Do you put do you install sprinklers? Are you a tradesman or are you a tradeswoman? Because if not, fucking beat it. He's from Transformers. Um, yeah, that's it. I think. Oh, I wanted to
All
ask
right.
you guys about tunnels and bridges, real quick. Do you
Tunnels
guys
and bridges.
have you ever inspected a tunnel or a bridge?
I did. It's like it's a secret facility with the military, and it went down into tunnels. But nothing other than that.
Like
They
so
got
we
some. They got some tunnels under this football stadium.
so we have like the Big Dig in Boston, which is like the I don't know, the most expensive construction fucking thing in the history of the world. They said it was going to cost 1 billion and we're still paying for it. Years later it was like 20 billion dollars to do the Big Dig. But it's like miles and miles of tunnels under the city of Boston and there's valves every 100 feet. Fire hose valves, fire department valves. And we have the
Yeah.
contract for testing that shit. Any bridge, any overhead pass, on ramp, bridge, there's valves every 100 feet. Do you service Fenway? I mean, I don't service shit, but we very well could be servicing Fenway. I don't know. I think if we service Fenway, I'd probably know about that. But we do the tunnels and the bridges, and I was telling you guys how we have a fire pump on a car trailer that we tow behind us. A
Yeah, that's
diesel fire
crazy.
pump on a car trailer.
Damn.
Tow it with the van. Grab your own hydrant. You got another guy with the van with the strobe lights. I put the strobe lights on the van so I could try to get on this crew because I'm fucking so intrigued by it. Um, and so you got the top dog up top with his fire pump on his trailer hooked to the hydrant, and he's sending water through the dry standpipes to the guy down in the tunnel with the detail, usually a cop detail, just flowing water out of all these valves and making sure they hold. And a lot of times, like they'll find that there's couplings that are fucked up behind the concrete. We gotta like chip them out and shit.
Jeez,
But
are you able to get pictures of that setup?
I probably could when it's at the shop, they have it like all covered up, so it doesn't really make a good picture. And then obviously when they're out and about, it's late night, I'm not there. I'll try to grab
Yeah,
one. I think that
cool, cool.
I saw it on a sprinkler page. A sprinkler guy saw one of our guys on the road with it. They took a picture of it and they put it on a sprinkler page. I'll have to see if I can dig it up. All right, that's it. We got an hour. Thank you for joining. We are now on
Thank you guys.
Spotify.
Really appreciate it.
Yep.
I don't know if I'm gonna upload it right this second. I might upload it tomorrow, but we'll see how I feel after we end it. Um,
Nice hanging out with you, Shaggy.
yeah, thanks for
Yeah.
coming on, bro. We appreciate it.
Yep. Yep.
He's got that total pack behind him we didn't talk about.
Oh shit, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Completely forgot about that giant total pack behind.
Giant total pack, and no one talked about it. Vegas has the underground world with the mole people. All right, guys. As
All
always,
right.
thanks for watching. We appreciate it.